this is working. Oh, it looks like it's working. I don't know. Alright. So this is a build demo or not build demo, whatever it's called. I'm showing this off for a friend of mine. So, this build works around Flicker Strike and Cast on Crit. So let's turn on my auras. I don't need that one. I need this one. It's Grace. Makes me have better evade. 7%. I need Herald of Ice to do more damage with Flicker Strike. 90%, that's kind of terrible, honestly. So this is my passive tree. Shadow. I've got a lot of crit nodes, some aura nodes, attack speed, energy shield, more crit. I'm coming down here for block. I could dual wield, but this build is already going to be squishy as hell, so I've decided to use a shield. These are panic buttons down here, Vol Discipline, Vol Grace. So let's show off how the build works. So the primary function is multi-strike, Flicker Strike. So I will teleport to an enemy, and then teleport again, and then teleport again to 3 different enemies. Generally 3 different enemies. If there's more than one enemy within range of the Flicker Strike, then I'll Flicker Strike to a different enemy. I'm also wearing a Tabula Rasa because I like having no properties on my armor. It's pretty squishy right now. Chance to evade is only 57%. Only got 300 energy shield. No armor to speak of. Actually, no armor at all. 700 life. I'm pretty squishy. My resists are also pretty terrible. I don't even have any spell block or dodge or anything. I can have 4 power charges, which is kind of important because each power charge increases my critical strike chance, and this build functions with crit strike. So it's a multi-strike Flicker Strike. Flicker Strike, you can't use it immediately after you Flicker Strike. You have to wait until it cools down. I don't remember how long the cooldown is because the cooldown is entirely irrelevant to me. Because you can expend frenzy charges if you have them to just do it again immediately. And I run this with Blood Rage. Blood Rage lasts 12 seconds. Right now, where is it? It's over here somewhere. Every time I kill an enemy with Blood Rage up, I get a frenzy charge. I also get some attack speed on low life, leech life, physical damage, leech just on low life. I also lose almost 4% of my max life as chaos damage every second. So it hurts me quite a bit, but it gains me lots of frenzy charges, which is pretty important because I need them to Flicker Strike a lot. And the reason I Flicker Strike a lot is because Flicker Strike, every time it crits, which is sadly only... where's my crit chance? Critical Strike chance. 27.8%. Sadly, pretty low right now, but it's going to go up. It could go up if I shoved... I have this gem here, increase critical strikes. In over this, that would go up to 33.7, which is actually pretty good. But I need that in there so I don't have to mash my mana flask all the damn time. So Cast on Critical Strike fires off ethereal knives. You will not see this when I demo the effect because it goes off very quickly and then I'm gone by the time the effect actually does anything of interest. So the reason I do this is because I'm also stacking a bunch of physical damage multipliers in my passives. and yeah, I like physical damage for this build. So there's a 40% chance every time I crit to cast Ethereal Knives, which also has Mana Leech, and Power Charge on critical. The Power Charge on critical, I believe, triggers off both Flicker Strike and Ethereal Knives, but it wouldn't matter either way because I crit enough with Flicker Strike. That just makes me crit more often. So that's the explanation of the build. Is there anything else of interest I'm doing? I'm not running Clarity because I don't have enough mana. I actually don't have a low enough level Clarity. This is my lowest level Clarity. I'm running Grace and Herald of Ice with reduced mana. I'm running some basic movement skills. This is a Panic button. Gives me a bunch of Energy Shield. Vol Grace over here is a Panic button. Gives me a bunch of dodge chance and spell dodge, which is really, really helpful. Riposte can't even crit. The increased critical strike gem is just in there because I want to level it up. I've got an Enlighten in here because I had an open blue slot, and Enlighten is a really powerful gem if you get it up to level. And Riposte just because why not have Riposte? Alright, so we've got our stuff up. My flasks are instant recovery and removes bleeding. That's very important. Instant recovery Starching Flask, you basically need one at all times if you come up against a Corrupting Blood. Nemesis mod or a Corrupted Bloodlines mod. Mana Flask that I don't actually use. 2 Quicksilver Flasks because I like getting around fast, and then a Jade Flask, which helps me to not die. I did die earlier. So the basic function, well, the way I get started is I grab a Power Charge, hit Blood Rage, and then do this. And that's basically how the build works. Believe it or not, I am actually firing off Ethereal Knives in here somewhere. I'm not sure where. It's really hard. There we go. I just saw one. It seemed like 2 or 3 go off. I don't see them half the time. They do go off. Ideally, it must be going off because of statistical probability. Like, they have to be going off. But it's really hard to spot. I died actually in here, so I'm not gonna activate Blood Rage again quite yet. I want to get back to where I died. Just over there. So it's not a very efficient build, to be completely honest. There's better skills to be using than Flicker Strike. Flicker Strike doesn't have a very high crit chance. But very few skills are as much fun to watch as this. Just activate some Spirit. Yeah. I desync a lot with this build. That's the other problem with it. The lag will just kill me. I won't teleport to the right spot. I won't be gaining frenzy charges, and then I die. If I'm not flickering, I die. That's basically how the build works. Let's see if there's another. Oh, I know a perfect area to do this. Well, then I won't die horribly in. Whatever, you get the idea. Oh, wait, no, I'll just go to the Southern Forest. Duh. Let's fight monkeys. Apparently I discode from the thing? I don't know. I don't know what that was. the wrong one. This one. My connection must be pretty shitty. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. What I really need is a, diamond flask. That's what I need. Diamond flask would be hilarious. I would literally never stop cutting. Fusing. I found a lot of fusings today. Oh, I should point out I made a bunch of my flasks surgeons, which means they recover charges on critical strikes. It's pretty important because that way I never run out of flasks. In areas that are actually dangerous, if I run out of health or jade flasks, I'll probably just die horribly. The tabula. This is probably more than enough build demoing, but it's actually not bad XP. So I'm gonna finish up the area. This is a relative term, because I don't actually care about killing everything. Because killing everything would take way too long with this build. It's really only effective against very large groups of enemies.
What troubles you bring now?
So, yep, that's my new build. This isn't standard, by the way, so I've got all of my currency. I've got so much currency down here. This is a terrible league. But it's the only league I had enough money to run. Oh, I've also got the Seraph armor from completing the 1-month league. Alright. I guess that's it.